not just getting ulted and killed by that Tempered Fate is going to be the Jim bar, to the surprise of absolutely no one. So I want to say it was Carrier that was just, I think it was on Bart. Yeah, Carrier Bart was just missing like 6 Qs, and then he locked in and he didn't miss any.
Oh, yeah. Buzz coming on over. This is not when Zeus wanted to go for the dive, and that is first blood over to
really with troubles that started during...
Oh, hook gonna connect here. Level 5 for Delight, as he does have to flash to get himself out of the way, but it is a gorgeous Cosmic Binding as BDD still comes over. The Realm Warp comes in. Double Taunt does come on down as the curtains have been called, but Cuz will show up, and down goes Zeka as well. That is Feats of Warfare, and the KT roller coaster is going up. Take this Dragon. It is over a 2,000 gold lead, which is kind of nutty.
Test for Perfect. He's passing it. He knows his team is taking Dragon. He needs to leave.
Back home.
He's going back home. Love to see it. They did also have, I'm pretty sure they caught Peanut, the top ward that was there. So he also knew.
Now, on perfect game pace.
Well, that's just mean.
This is mean as well, as Viper is going to go golden momentarily, as the hook is going to be a little bit off, as BDD's tanking up the turret. Fast Bomb goes wide, and see, I say it, and immediately KT just flubber dive.
Wait, what? Oh, you said flub a dive.
Yeah.
I thought you said flubber dive. I'm like, is that
if Zach was in the game,
that's
Elastic Sync.
I'm like, are you talking about the movie?
All right, well, now they're just going to wait until Gwen is not immune. And she's not immune, and there goes the perfect game. So there we go. We don't need to talk about it anymore.
No. What,
all right, Peanut is going to come in and look to see whether this Rift Herald is going to be going down or not. As Shelly loses interest, we'll be able to go back to the pit, as HLE, still looking for more, is perfect. Does manage to sidestep the Cosmic Binding, and the heroic entrance does come down. No knock-up onto Perfect right now as Cuz turns up, and KT, everyone there to protect Perfect. The Magical Journey did come on through there, and now the rest of HLE are coming on over. Nice knock-up with the depth charge, but Peter is still going to go down. Tempered Fate going to connect here, as now Perfect is going to be the target. Decent double taunt there as Perfect goes down, but now Doctum finding all of the damage as BDD gets in amongst it, and the Magical Journey is not able to get the Bard out, but Viper and Zeka will survive.
And it back and forth here. Good job.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that it ended up going down. And now
wait, it's Rift Herald into Dragon as well?
I know.
The charge angle not going to be interrupted by a Tempered Fate either.
Now,
as Peanut is in the top lane once again, so Perfect. If he does get the memo, might actually be able to survive, but...
Yeah, I think he needs to...
Yeah, hook going to connect here onto Zeus as Cuz is moving over. Zeus is going to be able to get out of there, and I would expect that KT will head back towards this Dragon relatively soon, but with this turret going down...
I think that Zeus ulted the wave there, so big win there for Hanwha.
Oh, Peter looking to come in here as HLE... This is a little dangerous, as the Cosmic Binding is going to go wide. Deadly Flourish does connect, as Perfect is making his way over. It's a dangerous position, but he's able to just slip his way out. Tempered Fate going to come through as the curtains have been called. There is Cuz locking down the Dragon, but immediately the KT players fall, and HLE finally finding themselves a good team fight angle, as Chemtech Soul as well, Ox, man. Just be paying a little bit more attention. That would be absolutely fine. But that is 4 on the floor here for KT.
At least you're building towards a soul point. You're building towards soul. Not the case, though, is Zeus.
Yeah, the equalizer is pretty nice here, but still, Zeus is well and truly dead, and Cuz is able to walk it off. So there's a nice little pick, evening out the kills here once more.
And that's what they got to keep looking for. That's where I think KT still have a really big edge. It's their ability to get onto a side lane, equalizing the gold lead a little bit, but that alone not going to be enough as, oh boy.
Yep. Perfect going to be having a little bit of a struggle here as the Meep Slap came on down. There is the redemption for a bit of extra damage there as well, as the Needlework is actually keeping him alive pretty well, as, oh my goodness, Perfect almost does it! But Peanut is able to lock him down in the end with the help of Zeus and Delight.
Up against Bard with no turret.
Yeah.
Without a con on the top side of the map. Now it won't lead to anything because it was able to get
Kind of new.
I actually think... Oh.
Okay, BDD will be able to find the Rune Prison as Justice Punch comes on through. Stun going to be avoided pretty well, but HLE, they are just on the Otacon, and they'll sacrifice their Galio for this. KT still over here, looking for an opportunity, but Cuz has no way of getting on in.
BDD,
so this
too
is
late.
just
push.
Oh, okay. Well, Perfect is still going to try for something as the exhaust goes down onto the clone. The depth charge comes in as the Tempered Fate, not exactly the most optimal. Still Delight taking a lot of damage as BDD finally going to get in here, and Dom is going bananas. In goes Zeus, but he will fall down as the Deadly Flourish not quite working out as BDD gets the Seraphs, and oh my god, this rise! Eventually he does go down as the bullets do not rain true, and Dom, man, KT!
The amount of damage that Perfect's able to do, and also this really kind of helping out ult from Delight as you highlight, because they were getting toasted. It was just the two of them. And I think that the fight wouldn't have been as close as it was, but there's still so much damage being done.
It's just going to get started here by HLE, and it's going down pretty quickly, especially with this Liandry's on the Rumble.
They don't know.
KT, yeah, they are going to move into the river, and I think they've got a decent idea as to what's happening right now, as Cuz, can he actually get in? Tempered Fate is going to go wide as Cuz bounces on top of Delight, but the Baron is just done, and HLE are just looking to get themselves out of here. Even the Deadly Flourish is connecting beautifully. Peter is going to go down. The knockups do come on through as the Cyclone is working out in that backline, but Peanut is still going to fall down. Now they just need to keep these Barons alive as Dom will find Viper, and Zeus is not going to last too much longer. Only one Baron will remain. And it's Zeka actually moving into the mid lane here to look to take down an outer turret as well, getting the one remaining Baron to use already.
I'm loving the mayhem, Atlas. I don't really know what the takeaway is. The fact that it's really only Zeka. Are you just gonna play the gold the whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I do. Okay, no, I'm not. We're gonna go for the soul. We're gonna go for the soul.
All right, free items done on a bunch of members of KT. If they can get this flip going, it would be big. BDD does spot the ward. Zeus looking on the flank. BDD does not get to clear it as Peter looking off. Gets the Hex Flash. Banana Brush Control is there.
Yeah, Banana Brush Control, that's what we want, as Peanut gets into that back line, but he's just going to go down. Tempered Fate actually keeps Cuz alive, of all things. That was ridiculous, as now Zeus going to get knocked down. It's a double kill for the Corki. This is going to be soul for KT. And the roller coaster, yeah, there was some dips, but that's what makes the ride fun.
It's always just one more game before the roller coaster goes up and comes down. We were just scaling that hit. We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
We knew the moment was there. That's the soul, and that might very well be Hanwha Life fully losing control of this game. Game's not done.
It's still throwable.
Look at this. They can actually try and play toward it, as I love this. Classic Death Brush.
Yeah.
Trying to catch Perfect on the sideline, but he knows!
He actually just dashes into the brush. He now Dom there. The magical journey cannot be taken by the Bard again. And Dom actually goes on over. I don't know about that one, as the Equalizer is going to do absolutely nothing at all. Peter finds his angle in, and Zeka, absolutely no hope. He goes golden to see his death for a few moments, but no chance as he taken down this Corki. And now Zeus is going to fall as well. KT officially going to dismantle the orange tank here in game one.
I want to remind everyone, even a single game win is a big deal in the fight for second, Atlas.
And I thought the trade of Pantheon for the Rumble and the Wukong was going to be too much, but as it turns out, not to be the case. Cuz having a really good time.
I can't believe that the running gag of Perfect getting side lane ganked is now turned around on Hanwha.
I mean, what has been one of the greatest achievements from Doran this season? It has been dying as Gwen in side lanes and winning the game.
Keen's done it a bunch of times as well.
Well, Keen doesn't necessarily die. That's the problem.
Right. Giving up Elder,
you die 5 times in the side lane?
Well, that's my problem. Is like with 2 inhibits down, 1 inhib because mid is about to respawn.
Oh, Peanut finding the Cyclone here, looking to try and get into that backline, but BDD currently is untouched. Peanut is able to flash his way out, but still they're in the meat grinder, and my god, HLE finally finding the damage. The GA going to get procced here, and with Dom dead, there is so much less damage here for KT. As BDD going to be able to pick off this Bard, finds the double, and HLE, they thought they had an angle as Viper somehow miraculously able to get himself out as the Deadly Flourish is going to connect. And Peanut, why are we pressing B in that brush? Kind of insane. Still,
then the lethal mistake of underestimating BDD. As that's a big miss.
He calls it as soon as he goes in. He's like, keep going, realm warp in, realm warp in. Cover me, cover me.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Also
push towards top.
Like realm. Don't do it. Just yeah, there you go. Rise in mid. Rise in mid. Top lane's pushing. You got super wave there that needs to be answered by someone.
Zeus going to get spotted. There is the block, is Cuz taking a lot of damage. Redemption is going to help him out. As BDD
there you
is
go.
just going to be taking inhibitors. And HLE, they're kind of liking these odds. It's a 4v4 in this particular instance, but it's still a flip. As Peanut does have to get out of the pit. Perfect onto this Baron, this Elder Dragon.
Don't need to do anything. Just let BDD push.
They're not even hitting it. They're not even hitting it. BDD is just going to head straight back towards that top side.
Just reset it.
Yep, loses patience.
Perfect.
Oh god, a KT playing a really good macro game, Chronicler.
Not be left alone. Look at the waves though. Top wave is going to be crashing soon, and KT just back off.
Yep,
they're backing off. They're doing the thing.
Oh god, they are definitely. There's so much doing the thing. It is crazy. As now Zeka does find perfect. Zeus is here. He's holding the trigger button. Finally, the equalizer does go down. The exhaust comes through and down goes perfect. Flash out to avoid the tempered fate as now the redemption comes in and Cuz he'll find Delight. That's going to be the first kill back here for KT as now Zeka has been isolated. Eats the rune prison though very nicely as the knock-up comes through onto Viper. It's not enough to do the damage as Zeus just pops like a balloon. Zeka going to follow suit and Doctorm will find the damage as the Realm Warp delivers only BDD to underneath a very low turret. And KT, I think this may have just been it.
Diabolical coach cam as they are sitting there in agony.
The amount of sweat in that room must be a ridiculous amount of sweat in that room. That was not great by the script, not gonna lie to you. As look at the KT fans, no enthusiasm, nothing at all. As he has managed to take down the wave, but he is still going to die as KT, they've got a super minion here. That's gonna be game one, and KT will be able to take a game from one of the teams in the going to be playing. That is the big question. The Crocodile, the standard pickup into the Ambassador that we've seen many, many times, is going to be locked away. It's not necessary.
But it's till next series.
Yeah, and they're on cooldown until then. Zeka is also going to be on cooldown pretty quickly as well, as he is going to manage to go into how this matchup is supposed to go. All right, let's see whether Zeka can make it work. Level 3 there's the flash in from BDD. Zeka is so low. One auto attack would be enough to do it. No flashes left available as the ward does go into the brush. And Cuz will make his way over. Wind becomes lightning, but that's not necessary. Audaciously, he picks up the first.
I'm going to look for it again as taking a look here as, flashes the Q there.
And also make sure that he holds onto the ball the whole time. For the extra, you still get armor and magic resist, right? For holding onto the ball. And that may have actually been relevant, as he does finish it with just about 100 health. And yep.
We're making some cases here. Watch this sidestep.
Oh my god, he plays it right on the edge.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not really writing home about nothing at all.
I'm not gonna lie, Atlas, I'm not believing.
Wait,
there we go.
We're flipping. Peanut just gonna come on over and look to see whether he can take this one down, as there's the knock-up. It's gonna be secured by Cuz, and Peanut now needs to get the heck out of here. The flash gets him away. The tempo of the game at all times. All right, here's a bit of a dive. The flash in from Delight, and pop goes the Sivir. Peter is there with the door, as now BDD's coming on over, looks for the shockwave, connects it there onto Delight, as he does manage to stop for the auto. So it's a 1-for-1, but with the Sivir going down, that is dangerous. And now Cuz looking to try and answer, but he does have Zeka on the way as well. They have to be very careful. Whoa, okay. The Ambassador's very dead. They'll take a plate as well, as Zeka is going to look to move on over, as Dominus comes on through. Perfect. Going to tank up some turret shots here. Speaking of dead,
he doesn't have Dominus.
He doesn't have Dominus. He doesn't have Flash. And all right, let's see whether he can do his best to survive. The answer is he gets a lot of health back from his Cull the Meek, but
that's Drake would be a big deal here.
Yeah, KT already got it down to half health, and it's a Mountain Drake. It's a pretty healthy dragon, but Peanut is going to look to move his way in. Zeka over the wall as well, as Doctorm finds a Boomerang Blade onto Delight. He is level 6, as let's see whether Dominus will be able to keep him alive, and the answer is absolutely not. Still Doctorm getting some damage through, but it's a double for the Aurora, as in goes Cuz, and out he goes after that. Extendo Beam not going to find the mark, but It's not quite a certification, but it is still HLE in a great spot in this game.
We kind of knew it was coming. They didn't make it any less.
Yeah, I'm 6 out of 7. Thank you.
I really thought you were going to be like perfect.
I did used to be. As now BDD's going to get engaged on. The exhaust does come on down, but he's in a lot of trouble. Cuz gets over there though, looking to protect his mid laner, but Zeka is going to close in. Still KT have found Delight, and they will be able to get Dr. Armor kill, and now BDD is still running his way out. The orb comes over, Zeka misses the button, and there's the clockwork wind up. That's the passive value right there.
KT?
Yep. And now this Rift Herald should be going over to KT.
I don't know about that smite. Was that Peter's smite, I guess?
Well, Dr. Arm is once again going to get off a decent spell shield, but Viper is going aggressive, and Zeus, oh, you could tell he wanted to press that R button. So
like dying there as one, but that flash was that looked a little bit tilted to me as he has dominance in 2 seconds.
Well, can he actually wait long enough? That's the question. He gets it off, and there are no minions left, but still, Delight has an unbreakable will. There is just no way for him to get out of the way of that one. So 0-3 here for the Renekton, unfortunately. Perfect, having another rough one.
Silly me thinking that was going to make a difference. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
He did kill all the minions, though.
He did, yeah. So also, he's getting just chain Freeman, right? And the real question is, what did they get on the opposite end of the map?
Well, first turret blood.
Like first turret blood in mid lane turret, which is a big deal, as well as a bot lane turret. So what Perfect should have done is give up the wave. But the counterpunch from KT is there, right? And that's been one of my biggest issues with a lot of stuff that has happened, is that compared to last time, like Zinzao, Orianna, Brad, and then also, or Braum
Renekton feeling real good about it.
Yeah, that's the big one. For Hanwha, Ambassador's on the team. Like, let's be very real here.
But it's not going to save this out of turret. And HLE bringing trend, and KT do manage to right the ship at least for now. Zeka going to get pulled back, not actually able to utilize that W at all, and now BDD follows him to the other side of the wall. Zeka, where are we going? What are we going to do? He has no mana, and BDD I don't think is going to be able to stop the teleport. So out he goes. Still has to use it though, as BDD asserting his dominance in this mid lane matchup.
Yeah, he's gapping him. Started very early on in the 1v1, set up the kill for Cuz, and has not stopped since on this Orianna.
Is that something you see often in this matchup? As Megacone is going to bring Peanut further away from where he wants to be. That is going to be the ulti connecting onto 2 as Peanut does flash his way out. BDD is going to find his way over as now Viper's the target, but he heads over the wall as Cuz follows him, but the Megacone is going to get Viper out of dodge. Peanut is running for, looking to try and get through the cupboard as Delight gets himself out of there, and the Otacon should be going over. Zeus is in the...
so far to me, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're doing all the prep. It's just Zeus.
I mean, Zeka is there as well, but they do just get on top of him and he's dead. We said single target CC is pretty good for KT, and so when you provide only a singular... What does happen there? But I think that T1 going to be pretty happy with their life in their own hands.
Oh, look, set up here. Cuz and Peter are set up. They can split up the engage.
Yep, soul point available. Zeka can get over the wall, though. Let's see whether he can make something happen with a big ulti, but it is going to be Cuz locking down the dragon. Now Between Worlds comes on through as Zeus gets himself out. Delight going down so incredibly low, though, as the Crescent Guard is good. There's a public execution into the backline, and Zeus pops off and takes down this Sivir. Still, Cuz is trying to get the work done, and Viper is going to fall. Perfect going to do the same thing, though, and KT mostly lying on the floor as it is only Cuz left standing.
A 4-for-2 trade, but you get the soul point. I think that's worth it. If Baron was up, I knew this was going on.
They're just not gonna check. So
okay, so they're just gonna let it go?
Well, Cuz is booking it, trying to get on in here, but the Baron down to 5,000 health. There's Between Worlds from Zeka. Peter desperately trying to get towards the pit. They get the ward in, but unfortunately, they don't get anything else. As Cuz goes over, the Unbreakable Will comes down. It is going to be the Alistair falling, and KT looking to try and salvage this. BDD making his way over, and gives the orb to Renekton.
Oh, but
HLE do get 4 of the Barons out, but this does look to be...
I don't think that's the worst trade. Oh, if Peanut can get the steal, that would be absolutely huge.
Well, there is a control ward in the back of this pit.
They know he's there.
Yeah. Yeah, and he gets the idea of the number, but unfortunately isn't able to stop this. So Perfect coming on over to defend this inner turret as Zeka going to get stunned up. There's a shockwave from BDD as well, as Perfect will follow this one up. Down goes Zeka. BDD locks down the killers. Now Viper trying to use the ultimate to get himself away. Has to flash as Cuz will spot him. Finds some walls as down goes Viper. Another Baron eliminated.
And Peter doesn't hit the flash Q, but it doesn't matter. That's two. That's the Baron. Did hit him with the.
It was just the walk again.
He just keeps getting him. And Zeka struggling on this Aurora.
Zeus will be able to find the backline here as BDD goes gold, and Doctom is the one in trouble though. Public execution, and he takes down the Sivir. BDD is just trying to exit the whole situation, and he may successfully do so. As Delight headbutts him away. He's kind of happy about that one. Shockwave is going to deny anything. Is now Cuz just fighting with Peanut. Some Demacian justice being put down here in this mid lane.
Yeah, Cuz wins that in a 1v1.
Yeah, and Zeus also teleports in. Peanut, perfect. Okay,
no,
he's just going to leave.
You can't, because they're going to look for
they had a lot of
They still Baron for a minute, what? No. No. No, okay, they get it.
That's how you do it. That's how you make a Baron push, because even dropping a game is already sad.
It's already it's bittersweet. There's no good ending. It's always hard to read, man. You know, I play a lot of visual novels. Finding out the true ending, it's hard. All
right, Peanut is just going to dive in there. He is going to go down to his GA, but Zeus gets into that backline as well, and it is just a ruckus underneath that turret. The turret is going to survive. There are no minions left, and there is a crocodile in the top lane.
The gold lead still keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
And obviously we can talk about other we talk about Campax, so how much value you get of that. But as mentioned at the top of at the top of this game, like there's also just there is an issue of KT's comp and the expiration date. I don't even think that that's what's losing in this game, though. I feel like they are underwhelming, but like I really think that the trade for Baron for Soul was fine. So KT can also do the funny thing and just run towards Elder. I don't think they're going to, though.
Yeah, Zeka looks for a little bit of an angle here as Cuz takes a bit of damage, but not too much. As Perfect walks over, looks for Zeka with that Stride Breaker. As in goes Delight, finds one with the headbutt Pulverize, but it's Cuz. He's kind of happy to start this fight. Yeah, wow, the ricochets are really hurting. As the Redemption does get Viper some health back, and he also has those Honey Fruit.
Bot Wave, perfect
to pick up
and answer it.
Yeah, Peter was actually looking to try and go for a reset as well, I think to resupply on wards. As Delight looks for the angle, but it is Perfect that does go back home.
Does a TP, BDD obviously doesn't.
All right. Zeus here taking a bit of damage. If Doctom is able to get free shots, then it is danger times. As BDD, he had a control ward down. Now spotting to see whether he was actually seen on his way over as, oh god, Between Worlds' Cuz is in so much trouble. He's got a GA, but he doesn't want to use it here. Audaciously charges towards the two-headed Merkwolf.
Oh, that's still a big win for Hanwha, though, because they get the TP out of Perfect.
Honestly, Chemtech Soul, though, kind of broken. As Cuz now back to 50% health.
Peter, go clear that wave, buddy. Good luck. You're Brom. He has TP. He's the only one that can answer it.
All right, well, he's immediately teleporting back, so he's not really answering it. Is now Perfect. All right, Cataclysm gets Peanut in there. He's out of there immediately as the public execution just deletes Doctom. And BDD doesn't quite find the angle. He does still have his Shockwave available because doesn't have GA. Peter not going to have his life for much longer, but Perfect gets into that backline. Zeka in trouble. Slice, dice, down goes this Aurora. And now down goes Perfect, as I don't really think too much more is going to happen here. The wave will be eradicated apart from one of these siege minions as KT. They do get back to try and save this Nexus turret, and they do so. But Zeus is just going to finish it up.
20 seconds until Doctom is back. I don't think they can hold here. There's no Baron, though, so maybe they can hold if they can keep BDD safe. The bottom wave, though, look at that. The super wave is on its way, but Doctom, 10 seconds.
No more teleports available, though. Zeka is going to have his in 24 seconds. That'll be Elder. And KT,
we have Flash, you know, like...
I know it's daring him to try and play the game.
I know it's... Okay, yes, but I know it's a hard game to play.
Doesn't Zodia have to be 3 things?
I mean, isn't the actual thing is 5, right? 5 cards?
Oh, is it really?
In Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well... I guess maybe then you need Grubs, Utakan, Soul, Baron, and Elder.
Or is it 6 things? Like Body, Head...
Oh, you just... and Herald. and first turret and feats of strength. KT doing their very best to counter siege.
Well, they do have Sivir. I think the bigger issue is Elder buff.
Yeah, the Elder was invented to stop Sivir from doing this.
Bot lane is back up though. Bot lane inhib. That's actually big. There's only mid inhib that's down.
Well, Viper is looking to make all of them down, and down goes Doctom as just a byproduct of Viper pressing his R button. And the Baron, the tower, not going to be enough to take down Viper here. He will delete that turret. The rest of HLE are looking to try and destroy this Crocodile as Zeus happily dashing his way out. And this game is over. And HLE will bring us to a 3-game series. Exactly what all of us wanted. As Zeus will bring down the Wrath of the Dragon to take out his opposite number. And is instead going to be locked in.
Okay, those facial expressions, that's actually peak. I remember
jungle.
Yeah, he's not having the best of time. Peanut's actually doing a really good job on these invades. Because the main thing is that Cuz doesn't know, so he's wasting a lot of time. His Delight. Oh, the minion wave!
There it is. Seismic Shove going to connect there as well as BDD has to flash. On the level 5, no Spirit Rush to come on through as there's the rocks and down goes the Fox. Oh, unnecessary little KT is playing.
Reveal. Oh, yeah. True. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm sorry if you're still a believer. However, I remember I asked the question and it dawned to me in that moment, as it's dawning to me in this moment, that Doctom may have put some extra practice into his Aphelios because he's looking pretty good in a lot of these trades.
Sure.
I will say it every time.
That's just your favorite amount of gold.
Yep.
Peanut doesn't have flash, by the way.
He did have smite, so there's that. He is really dead though, as he just pops like a balloon. That's BDD grabbing a kill back. And that is actually going to give him a slight gold advantage here in this lane where things were not going so well. And now Cuz, without the jungler on the enemy team, this could be a big opportunity now as Delight. Oh, that pillar gets... Oh, and the Gravitum comes down as well. Pop Blossom needs to be used defensively. It does get Delight out of there. But still, KT kind of making this comp work.
Okay, it's just because you're human.
Yeah. It's just I said N-word. Okay, Zeka now getting pillared here by Cuz. The flash forward from BDD though, and down will go Zeka. The seismic shove from beyond the grave as the Pop Blossom does find one, but Doctom has red, white, and he is ready to fight. Although maybe he shouldn't be, because he's just gonna get eaten by a gigantic Aatrox, and BDD kind of wishes this was another Chemtech Soul game because that Blast Cone did not take him far enough. Viper will lock down that kill, and HLE skyrocket into a 1K gold lead.
Gonna need a replay on that one, Atlas. I'm a little
I was so ready for Doctom.
KT, well that, and KT, you need to have a clean front to back. Like you can't play for a messy fight.
Oh.
Like
Delight is very dead. BDD just going to find him and execute him.
Clean. Actually, the kill goes over to, maybe after this we keep the LCK broadcast running, we use Challenger thoughts.
Oh, perfect. Let's get flung around just a little bit here as Zeus is moving in. BDD is immediately ulting away as Cuz is going to explode. Into the backline goes Zeka as well, utilizing that walls. The rest of KT just trying to reform. It's a lot of ultimates on cooldown here for HLE, but I think they should still be able to take down this Rift Herald without Cuz on the map. Does make a fair bit of sense. Doctom's guns as well don't feel fantastic for this particular moment. And so KT will just back away, let this one happen.
I actually really like what Hanwha Life is doing here, because I think Hanwha Life very aware of the fact that, again, so every single fight, Hanwha Life, the previous fight at Dragon, exceedingly messy, which is good for them. Now, this fight, where they just single, very tough.
They're going to look to see whether they can just take down this outer turret. It's not going to be the case, though. All right, we are just starting the train. It's a bit of a drive-by there from Perfect, but the Pop Blossom is gorgeous. Still, there's not really a whole lot of follow-up, but still, Cuz is going to die. As BDD looking to make his way out against Zeus. Perfect trying to escape as well, and the Infernal Chains pull him back. The Seismic Shovel still miss, but it does not matter. Down goes the Scion. The zombie gets no value, and HLE should be able to make it a double dragon.
I don't know about this Blight Trundle. I'm just...
I do.
Layers deep, man. Oh my god.
Well, red-white. Okay. White-purple. Maybe that's going to be good enough. Never mind. He is going to have to be McHale's. That's what Peter does have, so that's certainly good. Real clean, as they will be able to take down that one as well. The crowd goes wild as he tries to get back in Shelly once more, and BDD will be able to stop him. Let's see what they can actually do.
Oh no, I've
as
seen
well
this
then
before.
comes through. Cuz looking for the angle here as the Gravitum is going to be able to lock Zeus in place. The knockup is going to be there with the Wild Growth, but he still dashes his way out.
I was going back in.
Yeah, they're looking for the angle here as he pops on over. That's going to be the wall delivering KT to safety, but also stopping any more aggression. They could start it.
Okay, you know you have a lot of shielding, but your resistances are still going boom.
Yeah, Zeka does have teleport available. See whether he does decide to pull the trigger on that one. As Perfect is the one tanking this up for now.
Maybe they can set up for the front to back. Daisy's used. That's a cooldown.
Yeah, Otacon is going to lose interest. We'll head on back. They don't necessarily have a great tank outside of Zeus for this Otacon.
Oh, they don't want to do it. They don't need to, really, I think. They can if they choose to do so. Peanut with the shield will help a lot. With tanking it, and Viper does really shred this in a very short amount of time. There we go.
They are just hitting it. As the Infernal Chains do go wide, we'll see whether that gives KT a little bit of an inroad as Daisy does pop on over. Still, she's taking a lot of damage. The Moonshot does collect it. Down goes Daisy. Does wave goodbye, which is adorable as the wall is going to be set up. And now KT, they're inside the Thunderdome. Perfect, able to break the chains that bind this time around. As Cuz moving forward, Moonlight Vigil is decent, and Peanut will be taken down. No smite for this Otacon this time, and it's Cuz that's able to lock it up. Still, he's taking a lot of damage. Perfect as well, tanking this up, but he is now unstoppable. The Pop Blossom finds two in the backline. Knocked on one of them, but the Severum keeps him alive, and down goes Viper. Delight, no one there to support him. He's charmed up by BDD, and my goodness, is BDD charming today. As Zeka, he'll just walk his way out. 4 on the floor, and they just get Otacon, Chronicler. That's what you asked for.
Everybody put your hands up. We're in the roller coaster.
Oh my God. The script is really on the nose today. Like, really on the nose. Room for that moment.
Yep.
Definitely great for Dr.
And now look at the gold swing, by the way. That's not even including the stats you get as
Zeus might also be falling down here as he is just a little bit too far up, and Perfect gets his revenge. It is going to be Soul Point over the HLE.
I don't
know whether it's worth.
KT, I don't love that. I know you're getting a lot of gold on the top side of the map, which is like...
I mean, they have a gold lead now, which is kind of nice.
Okay, but
Soul Point is a big deal.
Infernal, Atlas.
Yeah, Infernal's a bit better than the double Chemtex that we've had the last couple of games, and especially if Cuz is just going to die. He gets the Wild Growth, and he does flash away, but that is a lot of buttons that are now unavailable, and Viper is just hoovering up the map.
Oh yeah, we're going full damage. I imagine that's going to be Executioners.
Well, BDD looking for an angle here, does manage to pick off Delight, but Delight stays alive, and BDD may not be so lucky as the knockup does come on down. Oh my God! Okay, yeah, we said the Boom Boom Ultimate build. Yeah, that works.
Yes.
I mean, Infernum's a heck of a gun. Does still need to wait a little while. 2/3 of the cooldown on that Moonlight Vigil. Is getting taken down. 50% health now, and KT does need to make a move. All right, in they go. There's a Moonlight Vigil. It does connect, and Cuz looking to make this one a 50-50. He comes on over and he steals it. It went down to 4 health. As, oh my God, the damage. The pillar is gorgeous. The rest of KT moving over BDD into the back line. Still, Zeka does find the angle, but Doctor, my God, the damage is filthy in KT.
One scene in the Lost Airbender where you can't show emotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't want to get your face stolen, as Delight doesn't have access to Spellbook.
Nope.
So can just, you know, try to...
He has a Tangle Bobs, though.
Go for a Hail Mary.
There we go.
You have to. You have to. You have to. Oh, they're going to just keep it there?
Yeah, BDD is just going to come on over and say, no, you're just not even going to get into this. As Cuz was running back. I mean, it went down to 4 health. Have a look at this. 30-34. There was a 4, but it was 34. And I mean, it's a really good shove, but ultimately doesn't actually matter. And look at that guy getting all of these resets, dashing around the fight. We are straight back into it, by the way, as BDD finds Zeka, and the seismic shove does absolutely nothing. Zeus looking to make his way over. Orbit Deception not finding the mark there. They do get the ulti out of BDD, but it is traded for Zeka's.
And that's
Daisy is...
And the pillar as well. There's actually a lot of members on Hanwha Live for which it is very annoying. They're going to get this inner. And the gold lead will grow here for KT, but it's not a knockout punch. That's the big thing. Even if they get the mid lane turret as well, puts KT in a good position.
And perfect. Just going to move up towards this inner turret. 3 items finished here for the Scion as well. He's a very happy boy. That cannot be true, as now we're looking for a bit of a face check here. Perfect is just going to wander on in and throws Daisy through the team, as Delight is a minion. And Perfect doesn't take damage.
Kind of love that he didn't get hit by the...
The row of the Slayer onto the Daisy is so cute, actually, as Moonlight Vigil comes down. It does get a stun onto Zeka. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage with the Gravitum. And again, Daisy is just being rocketed through the team, charmed up. Oh my goodness, this is not very fair. Still, it's now Perfect just going to get focused down. Where's the response from KT? It's just not even really there. Zeus happy to tank that damage as PDD dives in, there's a pop blossom, it connects onto the priority target, and down he goes! The GA has been popped! And he does have a Severum, I just don't know whether it's going to be enough to keep him alive, and it is not! PDD cannot answer this! Down he will go, and I blame only Chronicler for this happening! And now, finally, Chronicler will admit that curses are indeed real!
Okay, no! No, why? Yeah, why are we letting him just slowly take down Perfect? We have all the tools in the world!
Why do you have to talk about all of those tools? As Golden is PDD, Delight tanks for quite some time. The Nexus turrets are dead though, and HLE, after an absolute nail-biter,